Welcome back. Here we are continuing off of the message for you for the next 30 days, part 1. Now we're looking at the card number 45, Time to Go. And I'm seeing her walking on this, it's almost like a dock in the sky, and she's headed toward a tunnel of some sort. Here's what's said about the card. Yes, so much essential meanings mean endings, completion, walking away from something because there's nothing else to learn or experience. I just had a totally separate download from the Spirit talking about not only the closing of a chapter, but the closing of a book. And this is the announcement for this moment in time. It's so huge. Like, there's so many in the collective that have completed an entire, school. Like, you've completed an entire school system. Like, some of us are graduating Earth School in a way and stepping into the fullness of our divine identity and purpose so that we can actually be in the fullness of whatever our purpose is here, okay? So if you're drawn to this message, please make sure to subscribe, add your name to the emailing list below, the weekly workshops emailing list, and check back for more videos. And also go review the several messages in the last that have been posted around this one, because there's so much consistent messaging, but I also don't want you to miss anything. So check out those other messages if you feel called. You are at the end of one journey and have not yet begun the next. This is the moment to bless your experience thus far. Take stock of what you've learned. It's time to move on to new experiences and a new way of being. There's nothing left for you to do, to be, or experience in your present circumstances. Take the risk and move on, even if you need to be in transition for a time. Your destiny is calling you. Wow. Amazing. Because there's now I'm remembering two different messages. One was saying pull up the anchor. Like, it's time, and this whole go the distance, it's time to go. Pull up anchor. Like, and I don't necessarily mean this. This doesn't even have to be apparent in the physical realm. This can be energetic. Or it could be in the physical realm too. Maybe there are things that are out of alignment now that you've realized you've really graduated and stepped into that fullness of who you are. And that you've really learned the lessons. It's great to be in humility mode. It's great to be in learning mode when we're there. And then there's also time where it's like, all right, now it's time for me to step into what I know. I know that I know that I know that I know. And then there was another message that was talking about between worlds. This is so in alignment. I love it. It never gets old. I love how the Spirit operates and speaks so clearly, and it is such a blessing. Okay, so now we're at 44. This is some strategy, being analytical and logical as we step into this the next 30 days. The ability to reason and strategize is the focus now. Take things at face value and follow the logical path. Your calculations will prove to be correct. For in this moment, there is no deeper meaning than what is obvious. Things are exactly as they seem. You have all the information you need. Keep it simple, and you will win the game of life you're playing right now. Yes. Okay. Now, number 43, this deep knowing. Yes. Intuition, listening to the oracle within, empathy, and hypersensitivity. Intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with Source, the consciousness that you are a part of but cannot see with the naked eye. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys, to access their inner guidance. Know that you have an ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitations of human experience. You are given information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind or five senses, but which is 100% correct and true. The trick is to listen and then act accordingly. You are now invited into this sacred dialogue of deep knowing, so tune in and trust your vibes. They will be right. Ask and you will receive answers from unusual sources. Okay, so let's take that advice. Right now, we welcome the spirit of truth and revelation and insight to illuminate our path, to guide us in this next 30 days as we begin the journey in this new adventure, having completed our extensive learning, and now we are ready to embark in the fullness of our divine identity. And we request that our spirit team, our divine team, lead us, guide us to the highest truth, to spare us from tripping up, to spare us from any deception or temptation that would lead us off course, and to cause us to stay in perfect lockstep with the Spirit of the Most High. And so it is, and so it shall be. Let it be so. Interesting, because I saw a comment from one of our collective members saying that when I said, and so it is, that he saw it as like sewing, SEW, so it is. And so as I just closed that prayer or request, whatever you want to call it, declaration, it's interesting because now I'm seeing it like it's being sewn into the fabric of the timeline. So how cool is that? You can take that with you. Now when you think about, and so it is, like it, and so it is sewn onto the fabric. I'm getting a vision of like a jean jacket that had patches. Remember back in the old days when it was like stylish to have like patches on your jacket. And then also I'm thinking of like the brownies and the Boy Scouts, how they get patches and you sew them onto your vest. So it's also illuminating how important it is that what we speak out loud. And that's why I encourage our team, our divine team, our collective, to say things out loud, like repeat after me, say it for yourself, because our words are swords, our words are spells, and we want to be declaring and also activating, inviting, allowing the divine spiritual team to have a space and take ground for us. And we have free will here, and it is up to us to declare things. And so there are things that I say regularly, like I say I choose to receive the consistency of flow state in divine identity, to reside in the state of eternal abundance, supply, purpose, wholeness, and divine love, now and forever, so it is. And then also, I do not consent to mind control. I do not consent to mind control. That's another big one I think every person should say out loud and make that declaration, because there are the powers that be that are ruling the prince of the air and all of his minions. They still have to abide by universal principles, and that's why they're just hoping you don't know them. Segue into, and this is why every course that I release is intentional. Everything I bring to the collective is intentional, and it is to ultimately get free, stay free, and activate into the fullness of divine identity. So make sure to pay attention. So I gotta stay focused. Yeah, I gotta stay focused. Gotta stay focused on the road ahead. So anyway, stay focused. Stick around, subscribe, and make sure that you show up for yourself, for your divine identity, and for your divine team. Don't you dare miss it. This is your time. You won't miss it. Don't let that be fear-mongering, because it's not. Your intuition, just like the reading told us, it's going to guide you. And if you get into something that feels out of alignment with where you're going, let it go. Keep it moving. Stay devoted to the path. Stay devoted to your divine identity first and foremost. That is who you are here to be loyal to. And the ones that are meant to find you will find you. And the ones that are meant to stick with you will keep up. And everyone else, allow them to fall away. It's go time. And this message is only for those who it resonates with. This is not a message for the people who are not called in this lifetime to be in this type of vibration. But I trust that if you're here and if you made it this far, then this message is surely for you. Be blessed, be well, be free, and I'll catch you on the next one.